Hey there, it's Renee. And these little video series are going to be about my role as a divorce coach for men, but from the feminine, the female perspective. And having lived it, changed my career from it, worked with thousands of people over the last decade in this space, having studied family law, all that kind of stuff, I really want to shed some light on, I guess, the male side of things, because a lot of the guys I have worked with in the past feel like, there's not enough support out there for men. So I'm here to shift that for you. Now, I'm starting on this little video based on a post I put on LinkedIn. So I'll put the link to that below as well, so you can go and follow up on the content in that. But I find these videos and my clients, they're really helpful. So I want to dive a bit deeper under what is this. And so with the post, it was titled, divorce can get messy as fuck. I guess coming straight off the bat and saying, well, what is the point to having someone like myself? Well, if you want to get your divorce handled and feel like you have the upper hand, and when you feel like everything is slipping away, slipping through your fingers, then I have got your back, and read on, watch on, follow on, because I know what it was like 12 years ago when I went through myself. High anxiety, all that sort of stuff, all the turmoil. But what I have seen over the years with my clients, and when they're telling me, I wish I had known this before, that's why I thought I'd put these little video stories together and let people know what the mistakes that they're making are, so that you can save your mindset getting off your game from the work perspective, but also costing you time you can't get back. And yet we can make money again, but why line the lawyers or the court's pockets, or take it away from your children if you've got kids? Now, here's the top 3 mistakes I've seen. People do nothing, right? So you just sit there, head in the sand, hoping it'll get better, thinking if I stay in denial town, pretty much it'll just go away. Well, it won't, because the stats show that most women are the ones who file for divorce. They've been thinking about it longer than men. And that's when often a lot of the blokes, that I've worked with, they get surprised and they just thought it'd all just sort itself out. I'm doing the providing, I'm working, I'm doing this, it'll all work out, it's going to be fine. And it's not fine. It ain't fine. And you do nothing, she will be steps ahead of you, talking to other people, because you won't want to talk about it. And I understand, and it makes sense not to talk about it with your mates, sort of, right? Because what I do here, and I've seen this with women do it all the time, talking to friends, they get them in their ear, the friend is just put, which goes on to the other point of, what did I title it in my thing? It's basically you're taking advice from unprofessionals. So a lot of women I have seen will take advice, especially in Facebook groups, of randoms that they have no idea about. And so that can also stuff up your divorce. So because you're going to be led by that potentially or not. But again, it's like you need to speak to people who know their stuff, but also understand, and this is where I suppose divorce coaching comes in. There's no point going on working with a life coach through this, or your executive business coach, because they don't understand family law. So I wrap all my skills, the coaching, and I've worked with some high-flying executives, former AFL players, very, very high-level executives. So I know what it's like from that female's perspective of what you're going through as such, from the professional perspective, knowing how you need to be on point, focused at work, getting it done. And when we take the advice of people who aren't the professionals, because I'm neutral, right? I don't care about, your sort of stuff or your history, or I'm not emotionally invested in you. But what I do want to see is you get through this emotionally and financially unscathed as possible. Is a little bit of a caveat there, right? But again, what I see as well is the goodwill only goes so far in your divorce, especially in those early stages of it, right? You might think you trust someone, and then you watch a couple of months or weeks down the track, if you haven't got it in writing as an agreement or some form of the communication happened, or you didn't have a witness, you can find yourself in all sorts. So I would really be grateful if you stuck around here, watch the video, share it with anybody that you know who's going through this stuff. And the thing is with this, the whole point of this is so you can get through it, save time, save money, and then get on with life, right? Not then go and rebound, because that's what I see a lot of men doing. And you don't want to then become a higher statistic with second marriages ending in divorce, because they do. It's a higher statistic. So if any of this resonates with you, or you've got any questions and think, gee, I could do with this, having someone who's got my back through every stage of this, then I'm here for you. You just have to get into my DMs, make a call, send me an email, get in touch to find out more and how I can offer you, specific information and a strategy for your specific situation. So I would love to help. And if you want to, just reach out, ask me for any information, set up a time to book a call.